Alright guys, what's going on? Adam Snyder here with Home and Entrepreneur. So in today's video, I'm going to give you some Amazon FBA private label success tips. Now, why am I going to do this? Well, first off, I've been getting a lot of people asking me. I've been doing a lot of coaching calls with people, been doing a lot of answering emails to answer a lot of you guys' questions. So I wanted to answer some of the questions that most people ask. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. So what are my private label success tips? So if you want to be successful with private label on Amazon FBA, the first tip that I have for anybody is to research. Okay, do a lot of research. If you spend more time doing research, it'll make your job on the back end much easier. So one of the things I recommend is don't jump into a product. What I always tell people is get 5 to 10 good product ideas based on my recommendations, or you can go off anybody's really, but based on how many reviews, what the sales are like, what the the total revenue is, how much you could potentially sell the product for, how much you could potentially get it for, all your competition, everything. Okay, do a lot of research. If you spend 2 to 3 times the amount of that you normally do on research, you will be better off. Okay, so get between 5 and 10 different items, different ideas, and then take those 5 or 10 items and pretty much put them together. Okay, you want to compare which one's going to be easier to rank for, which ones are going to have more competition, which ones do you have more ins based on the different keywords that you could potentially target. Okay, so that's one thing I want you to do. Okay, so do a lot of research. Okay, when you are done doing research, do more research. The reason I say this is because when you are done doing research and you think you got everything figured out, you're good, you got the prices, you got, you've contacted the manufacturers, you have figured out where your logo is going to go, you've maybe figured out how much shipping is going to be. Once you figure all that stuff out, there are still other things you probably have to figure out. Even though I've done 30 plus products, I still have stuff that, I go through a certain little checklist every single product, but there's still times in the end when I'm about to order this product that, hey, I forgot to ask the manufacturer something. I forgot to do this or do that. That's a big issue if you forget something, okay? So research. I'm not going to write down, do more research again, but you get it, right? You understand. You have to do research. If you do not do research, if you don't do enough research, you will get into a product that will be difficult to rank for, difficult to get on the first page on Amazon. Maybe it's going to cost you more to do pay-per-click. Maybe it's going to take more giveaways, more discounted products, more reviews just to even be relevant in the top 5 pages. Okay, so, and I've seen this a lot, is people just jump in because they spent weeks looking at all these products and now they're thinking, I just gotta pick one. I just gotta get my feet wet. And honestly, that is the case. You will learn more once you get your feet wet. But if you only have the budget, okay, if you only have the money to do one product at a time, and you screw it up in the beginning, that's where you're gonna fail. Okay, so research. Spend 2 to 3 times the amount of time you normally do on research, and that will get you. That will more or less get you closer to success. You spend 5 times the amount, 10 times the amount, on research, and then take action, you should do a whole lot better. Okay. Another thing, the listing. Okay, so one of my success tips that I give people all the time is on your listing. Okay, don't fall in love with it. The reason I say do not fall in love with your initial listing, this is only the initial listing, is because you choose your set keywords. Okay, you have, let's say you have 10 or 15 different keywords you are trying to target, on your, combined with your title, your bullet points, and also your description. If you're trying to target all these different keywords, maybe there are some that you just don't even rank for, that it's like, why even put them on your page? Well, if that's the case, swap them out later on. Okay, spend 2 or 3 weeks trying to rank for those keywords. Well, 2 or 3 weeks once you start getting sales. And then if you aren't ranking for something, and when I say ranking, I'm talking about if you're not in the top 3 pages of Amazon, change it up. Okay, change it up, or you have to do some stuff. Okay, I'm not going to say how you can do it, but if you want to learn how how to rank for certain keywords, you can go check out my private label course. But so I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do that. But what I'm going to say is you need to change your keywords, because not all of them are going to be winners. Not all of them are going to be the easiest to compete for. Get on the first page of Amazon. If you aren't on the first page, and specifically the first 5 listings, your sales drop dramatically. If you're on the second, third, fourth page, you may never get a sale. Okay, so it just depends on how much competition, how much the top 1, 2, or 2 to 5 top sellers are selling the products. Because what I've seen from a lot of people is if the top 1 or 2 people have the majority of the sales and everyone else just has kind of the leftovers, they think they can get into the top 3, 4, 5 and they're going to get sales. Well, sometimes it's just the top 2 listings are the ones getting the majority of sales because those are the best products. Okay, so your listing, do not fall in love with it. Okay, make changes when needed. Okay, this is a big one. And like I said, if you see that, okay, you're not ranking for a certain keyword, make a change. If you see that you're just not getting sales, it could be because your whole listing sucks. Okay, and I don't want to be too honest with you or be rude, but your listing could suck. I've seen many people send me the link to their products. I look at it and they have so many mistakes just in the title and just in the bullet points alone. Okay, they're trying to sell their product too much and not give the features, the benefits of the product. Okay, so that's one thing I noticed quite a bit. Next thing, for your listing, make the description pretty. I don't know how to say it. Make the description pretty, or it needs to be organized. It needs to be easy to read. Do not make a big, long 20-sentence paragraph. Okay, I see this far too much. Break it down. Break it down so that you have one sentence, head or subheadlines. You have the actual main paragraph. You have maybe additional features. If the features are, let's say it's here's my stress reliever ball. So let's say you're selling this thing. One things you could do is say let's say you're talking about the texture, and so you do texture. Let me write it down so I can show you right here. So you do texture there, like this. So you do texture. Okay, that would be one line. You can bold this if you want to, like that. Bold it. And then you get into the actual this stress reliever ball is an exo. I'm thinking about some. Stress reliever ball is has a texture like whatever, and you go into talking about the texture. Okay, then you go into another one and you talk about the size. This basketball stress basketball whatever, you get the point. Okay, I'm trying to think of this, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. So anyway, this basketball stress reliever is the size of it's a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. Okay, and give it some kind of context. Okay, well, they don't know the size of this, but maybe they know the size of a tennis ball. Maybe I'm selling a picture frame. You could say it's the size of it's like 5 inches by 6 inches. It's a horrible size picture frame, but you get the idea. Give it some type of size. Something like this. Maybe it's a 2 inch wide, 2 inch round, whatever. Okay, and that's how you'd break it up. So make your description pretty, organized, detailed. You want to make it neat, I guess. Anyway, so you get it. Okay, the listing. Research, most important thing you can do. The listing is the next most important thing you can do. The listing, the pictures, your title, okay, all that stuff. Extremely important if you want to be successful with this. So let's get rid of that. Advertising. First off, advertise. No clue why this is so small. Anyway, let's make it a little bigger. Advertise. You need to advertise. I tell a lot of people sometimes you don't need to advertise, but you should. Why should you? I've sold private label products that I never had to advertise on, And honestly, well, okay, in the past, I've sold products that I never advertised with. I never did any advertising. No Amazon, no Facebook, no nothing. Okay. And the reason I did that is because it was selling great. Okay. I was selling 10, 12, 15 units every single day of this one small little product. Okay. Making great money. But I never thought, hey, I'm selling 10 to 15 of these items. What if I did some pay-per-click and maybe took that up to 20, 25, 30 items every single day? I didn't think like that back then. Now I'm getting a little bit over 20 sales per day, and that's pretty consistent. Okay, not every single day it's 20 or whatever, but right around 20, 21 is consistent for how many sales I'm getting on this one product every single day. So I'm not like hitting it out of the ballpark, but that's still a win. That's still a great seller. So something like that, okay? So advertise. If you're not advertising, start advertising. Because, here's one of the things I want to say, is especially with Amazon, one of the things you can do, just throw some money at it, okay? Throw some money at, let Amazon run its ads, okay? Let it all automatic. Don't choose your keywords, none of that. Run it, do like, $10 to $20 a day on advertising. Let this thing run for, maybe a week, 10 days. Let it run, okay? Do your ad spend, okay? Get it done, because the more money you can throw at it in the beginning, the faster you're going to get there. The faster you can get the data that you need, see who's coming in on what keywords, and then you can just eliminate the stuff that isn't converting, okay? Simple. You just go back and optimize it, okay? Facebook ads work well. Why am I putting this? The reason I'm putting this is because so many people think that they can only advertise on Amazon, or they have to have a Facebook page. You don't need a page, okay? Or you don't need a huge page, okay? No huge page needed. The reason why I say this is because I have done this. I have used I've done Facebook ads on a brand new page just to see how it works. Here's what I do. I create the page. I put the header image, the profile image. I do the whole header thing, so when people see it, if they were to ever click on it, it has an image for the little profile. It has the image for the header on my Facebook page. And then what I do is I put 4 posts. I put 4 posts and I backdate them. Okay, I backdate them about a week each. So it's 4 weeks in the past, and so they'll see that. But then what I do is I create another post. And I promote this product. So I'll write new, whatever it is, just arrived at Amazon. Well, I do 2 spaces on Facebook, but I'm not doing it here. Get them while you can, and do a little, I don't know, do a little emoji. That's my emoji, I know. So do a little emoji right there. Buy item here. Then I do buy item here. Let me get rid of that. There we go. So I do something like that. Buy item here, link here. I put the link here. The reason I put it twice is because when you do that, it draws their attention to it. And then limited quantities available by today. Okay, something like that, and then I'd add a picture below it. And this is just a post. And then what you do is never, and I repeat, never, there is a little button. There is a little thing right underneath. Let me move that up a little bit. There we go. There is a little thing right underneath the post that's going to say boost. Okay, it's going to be in blue. Okay, never click that button, ever. Never click it, because that's going to boost it. And I don't even want to talk about the mistakes you make when you click that button. So many people do it. Don't click that. Go into your ads manager. Okay, go into the Facebook ad manager and do it there. Okay, the reason why is because let's say I have a stress ball. Okay, let's say I'm going to sell this stress ball. So who do I target? First thing I do is I target everybody in the whole United States. I would eliminate California. I'd eliminate North Carolina, and then so I'd find the state that has the lowest stress rate, whatever it's called. I'd look that up, see what it is, and I'd probably eliminate that state as well. Okay, but the reason I eliminate California and North Carolina is they have some of the highest ad costs. So those are two states that I would eliminate. The second thing I would do is I choose anybody between 21 and 65. The reason why I choose 21 is because people under 21 usually don't have a whole lot of money, so chances are they may not buy the product, especially if it's a stress ball, okay? Because who's 21 years old and is stressed out? Most people aren't. Most 21-year-olds that I knew when I was 21 were not stressed out. They were carefree, didn't care about much. And so that's one thing I would do. The next, hold on, let me go over to Facebook and I'm going to show you really quick. Okay, so here's what we do, okay? So instead of trying to explain it to you, I'm going to show you right here. First thing I would do is I'd click on engagement. The reason I click on engagement is because I want post engagements. That's what I want. So I do post engagements, continue. Okay, so here I am. So first thing, chances are I don't have a custom audience yet. If you don't have a custom audience or you're not working to build one, start building one, okay? So United States, I would exclude California. I'd exclude North Carolina. Okay, that's what I do. I choose 21, leave 65 all, go to English, do just US. One thing I want to do, change this to people who live in this location. Because if you do everyone in this location, it could be visitors, could be tourists, and I don't want to deal with that. Next thing I would do, so one thing I would do, if I want to sell somebody something, the first thing I want to make sure I'm doing is I'm getting engaged shoppers. Okay, first thing. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow it down even more. I still have 50 million people. Okay, let's see, stress. What would go great with stress? I have no clue. Stress relief, interest, stress relief. There we go. Fewer than 1,000 people. Okay, that is very, very specific. Probably not the best. Let's get rid of this one and see how big it goes. Still, okay, stress relief. There's probably not a whole lot of people. 1,600 people. That's terrible. Okay, that's not anyway. So it's probably a horrible example, but like I said, so past 11 o'clock. So, and my brain is shutting off right now. So let's say I was going to promote this, or let's say I was going to promote a pet product. I had a pet product, okay? Not that stupid thing. Engage shoppers. If you're learning something, make sure you smash that like button. So I would do Petco. Okay, so people that are interested in Petco, but then I would also narrow it further where they're interested in Petco, but they're also interested in PetSmart. PetSmart. Okay, so now we're at 300,000 people. Okay, I could do it like that, and then I could also, I could go further. I could keep on going. I could exclude people that are maybe single. I could exclude people that renters. No, that's renting. Renting. Where is it? I don't want to get their interest in renting. I want to get their demographic as renters. See if I put in homeowners. Homeowner. We'll just include homeowners. Homeowner. Demographic homeowner. Okay? The reason why is because let's say I'm doing dog products. Most apartments do not accept pets or accept dogs. So, you got to think a little differently. So, engage shoppers, that means they buy stuff online. Second thing, they're interested in Petco. Third thing, they're interested in PetSmart. And additionally, they are homeowners. They meet all these requirements. There we go. 230,000 people. That is not that bad. Okay? That's all I do. And then the next thing, so on the next page, what we do is we choose the actual ad based on the page, based on where we at, based on this thing that we just did on that page. That is what we do. Okay. The reason why this works is because you're targeting people based on their interests, okay, based on their demographic, based on their behavior, their shopping patterns, but you're also getting in front of people that are going to buy your product, okay? And so by promoting your page over on Facebook, what you're doing is you might get people to like your page. You might get people to actually interact with it, like the post that you just did. If that's the case, you can go back later and you can retarget those people because they engaged with that post. They liked it. They commented. They shared it with somebody, okay? You can go and do that. And that's one of the reasons why doing this is one of the best things you can do to scale your business outside of just Amazon, okay? So this video was a lot longer than I was thinking. I was thinking this was going to be probably 5 to 10 minute or 5 to 8 minute video, and we're past 20 minutes. So hopefully this video taught you something about private label success, and especially in 2018, because 2016 it was easy to get a product on the first page of Amazon. It was easier to advertise. It was cheaper. 2018, things are changing. So if you have any questions on private label, let me know. If you want to check out my private label course, it is in the description box below, so you can go check it out. Like always, hit that thumbs up button if you learned something today. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.